And I think we're live everywhere.
I don't have any. Yeah, we're live on Twitch.
Yep. We're live on YouTube. Everything's looking great.
We're live on YouTube for sure.
For sure.
For sure, we're live on YouTube. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome to DashBack episode 28. Ooh, it's a juicy one. It's a complete juicer. I'm very excited for the patch discussion, but
it's freaking Drama Wednesday.
A little bit. This happens all the time. It's like a drama regular. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the link to the Twitch. Oh, I wish it could post as a link. Can you post it as a link from the Wrong Tree account or what?
The Twitch account? Like post the
I want a Twitch link in the YouTube chat.
Twitch link in the YouTube chat. We can make that happen. We can make that happen.
Yeah. This is
eventually we can make that.
Yeah, happen. Eventually. Because I feel like we've prioritized multi-stream because a lot of people just kind of live on Twitch more, especially in Rivals. It's definitely the place to be. But we know people will come to YouTube to watch the show. So I don't know. It's cool live. And then the VOD's better on YouTube always. VOD watchers, rest assured.
Where's the freaking stream? Stream. There it is.
Cool.
There we go. Okay. So with that,
let's get into
it. Before we get into the big stuff,
right?
There's something I want to, I guess, announce. We're doing another community power rankings this time around for the whole R2CS season 1 for North America specifically. We'll be able to fill this out. I should also throw this in the chat.
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll throw it in the chat and we'll make a post.
We'll community post everywhere.
We'll put a tweet.
We're gonna use all our connections. We want this. I think we only had like 30 something fill out the year 1, but we're doing the same thing. Basically, you pick your top 20 players, put them in order. You then they get points based on how high you place them, and then we'll combine that all together with everybody's and read the results at the next episode of the DashBack, which will be number 29 on the 18th, 2 weeks from today.
Right.
So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was very interesting to see what people thought. And I'm also really interested to see what people think when we're just looking at the R2CS. Because like year 1 is pretty different than the R2CS, and the chat's not loading for some reason for me, so I can't post the link yet, which is annoying.
Yeah, I never got the link in the thing. Can you send it to me? I'll post it.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, we have some we're gonna incorporate outlier removal in this one.
Shout out to BTS.
After ample amounts of I wouldn't say like backlash, but like this is kind of stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, just do it. We're gonna do it right. I liked it. I liked it for the size, but even at this one, we expect to be much larger. We want to do it right. We want to get a good, accurate feel for what the community thinks, because every year, the Rivals competitive team, they do their end of season R2CS rankings, which is not just the numbers that you see. They have like a panel and stuff, but we wanted to see what the people think.
Yeah. Of course, it'll be good. So you can go ahead and copy paste the link I threw in the YouTube chat. I feels bad for Twitch chatters, so I'll throw it in there as well. Fuck it, right? But with that said, we'll revisit that. We'll post it everywhere. Let's
talk about this.
Was there not a patch yesterday?
Now correct me if I'm wrong. I believe there was a patch yesterday.
I think there was a patch yesterday.
I've heard murmurs. Let's start first and foremost by looking at the bundle. You have your thoughts on this one. I love this one.
Right. Go ahead. Tell me why. Because
Rano got the fishnets. Slutty Rano finally here. I think all the characters just look really sick. I mean, the Sylvanas Maples obviously peaked, but I think the Absol looks cool. It's definitely not the most interesting, but it's good, and I really like the Rano. I think the Rano looks super sick. Him in the Smoke Clan garb. I don't know how in the lore that would happen. If he decides to join the Smoke Clan
instead of being a pacifist, he's like.
Well, he was never. Come on, he's not really. He's not really a pacifist.
Can you explain then the lore of Sylvanos Maple? I feel like a lot of people might not be aware.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's basically just the alternate universe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't really tell. It could just be, let's put Maple on Sylvanos. But the way they were talking about it in some of the teasers, because Maple, the Sylvan Watcher. What does that mean? Well, Maple lives in the Ethereal Forest, right? And she's seeing Sylvanos getting all corrupt. Like, the last stock transformation on Forest, like that's Sylvanos back there getting crazy. Like,
yeah.
So he's getting corrupt, and Maple's like trying to keep everyone safe in the forest, but she's like, I gotta figure out what's going on down there. And she was like, I don't know, somehow traces the corruption to somewhere outside. And so she leaves, she fucks off, leaves her sister, leaves Lily, and goes to the Godai Delta, because that's where it's all coming from, and meets up with the other rivals, and then they all get sunk into the abyss. So this is, if instead of doing all that, she was like, you know what? I think Sylvanas is onto something. Let me go down there. Let me be part of this corrupt forest, whatever.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sick. I'm down for that. And it looks great. It looks phenomenal. It's definitely that's okay. Problem number one with this event for me, Sylvanos keeps getting, or not Sylvanos, Maple keeps getting the good skins, bro.
The last two have been great.
Maple keeps getting all of Maple's skins are bangers. She got this one. This one's free, which is awesome. She's got the Raptor one from the last event is super cool. She's got some just like over the course of the whole game, some great ones. I like the Otter one. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's weird, it's off-putting, but art is made to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comforted or something, right? Sure. So that's pretty much what the Otter is. I don't know. She's got some good skins. That's great. That's pretty great. The Smoke Clan Rano, I've come around to it. What are you gonna say?
This is the first event that only has 2 skins in the purchasable bundle, which they talked about because they had to downsize a little bit. They don't want to be stretching their animators so thin every single month. I thought it was going to be like, oh, they just do one event every 2 months. So this is pleasant surprise. They still doing just as many events, but with one less skin, which I'm totally fine with. I thought the workload must have been way too much beforehand. So this is all good to me.
It's cool. And they've compensated for the lack of a third skin with even more coins and bucks, and you yourself can get even more bucks on top of that. If you purchase this bundle with code BARKUP in the store, you go to the top right, redeem a code BARKUP, and then you will be supporting us and this game that we love so very much. But it seems like the past couple days, a loud minority have not loved this game that we love very, very much. It breaks
my heart.
It breaks my heart.
It breaks my damn heart.
I tell you, I almost didn't know this patch happened. On all the Clarion Discords, everything is sunshine and roses over there. It's just, and then I actually joined the Absaccord in reaction to this patch happening because I just wanted to see, which speaks on my character and kind of the whole player base and maybe the whole the patch culture as a whole. But like, maybe I should have been in there already, but I don't know. It's just things, I don't know. It's fucked up what they did to her, man. Well, it's a little. I
don't know what you're talking about. All they did was give her a new skin, the champion Absa. I don't know what they could be complaining about.
I checked out the emotes as well.
What do the emotes say?
I don't remember what the evil one says, but the second one for sure says like, "I like your skin."
Okay. Nice. That wasn't the only cosmetic. We got a couple others in addition to the main bundle.
Yeah, Poop
pack, but yeah, people have had some thoughts on this patch. Some victim complexities. Some.
We'll summarize at the end because there's so much to say about about all of it, but I think we need to get down into the specifics first to understand what is actually being impacted. So
let's talk through that. Let's go through some of the general changes first. We got some new audio. This is nothing gameplay really related, just some fun stuff. We got some general changes. Suppress dash attack is now enabled by default. Great. That's cool. I think it makes a lot of sense. Everyone's turning it on. Just saves one less button when you're on the setup. Air dodges and attacks that set your vertical velocity to a specific value will now cancel all vertical knockback velocity. This prevents some weird momentum quirks when performing an attack after hit stun, especially if the hit had a low hit stun multiplier.
I couldn't tell you what that really means.
I couldn't.
There's a couple where I do know what it's for, and it's like sometimes I wish they just told us, because that seems like the type of change that's like meant for very specific scenarios, so specific that I wish they would just give us an example, because I don't know. It kind of means really nothing.
I agree.
To me.
Characters that have used up their wall cling resource will now wall jump when doing wall cling inputs. This makes the input consistent regardless of your wall cling resource status. I can also feel like I don't know what this one means.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? If you don't, if you've used your wall cling already, wait, so okay, question, does your wall cling refresh when you get hit?
No.
Okay, so if you're like if you're clinging to the wall and you get hit and then you go to the wall and do the wall cling input, it'll wall jump for you.
But that's the same. That's all. I thought that was always how it worked. That's all I ever did. It's just holding jump instead of tapping it, but it's the same thing. I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know how
holds versus press is like.
I guess different. So. I guess
that's enough. Some people do it directionally too. Like I do all my shit directionally. That's
tap wall jump.
That's what you're
probably
missing.
Where the difference is.
That
makes sense.
That's what you're missing.
Characters with parry stun can no longer be pushed off by other players, so you can't accidentally push somebody off when doing a little attack that's multi-phased, or just like pushes them in general. Shield break will now freeze your ECB bottom for 60 frames, so it is consistent. You can tell when they're going to land on a platform. These are two changes that just allow. They're very similar to me.
Yeah,
just allow some small quality of life stuff so that when you get the punish, consistency. Ledge attack, ledge special, ledge jump, and ledge roll now all use a 3-frame buffer instead of the full 6 frames. I like this so much because there's a lot of time where I'm like against the wall and I'm like, maybe I'm like mashing like tech up B or something like that, but I grab the ledge and then I immediately do a ledge special.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I want because I was just pressing it way earlier and I still had it down or something when I grabbed the ledge. So this is really nice. It's not the full 3 or 6 frame. It's just the 3-frame buffer.
For sure. That happened to me too.
This is a big one we're going to see a lot of.
Can you remind me what that acronym stands for?
Because I would have been trying to remember all day.
I meant to look at it. I haven't seen it since like
back.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while since like, I don't know, after the game first came out and they were like doing stuff like that. We've got we're
interruptible as soon as.
Interruptible as soon
Oh, so when it's like you can do it into something else.
Let's use context clues. Can you see? So like a maple down B side B thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So attacks can now specify a ledge grade frame that occurs after their IASA frame. We're gonna see a lot of this, but it's across every character, but basically you can't do aerials and then like immediate like double jump to ledge and then immediately regrab it. There's a lot more downtime afterwards, which makes the edge guarding a lot less oppressive and gives it a lot more counterplay. Grab characters will now have at least as much armor as the grabbing player. This prevents opponents from being hit out of armored throws like Lorena's command grabs. Double stuff. Grabbed escape states are now intangible for their full duration. Double stuff. All throws will now prevent SDI for the thrown player. This is how it worked with all normal throws, but this is kind of just for Lorena.
Yeah, this is only this. Yeah. It buffs her command grabs. It was also a thing for Like her chair throw, I think was like technically a throw, and the chair was the like the thing getting thrown, and if you got hit by it, I don't know. I saw Lynn. No,
I don't know. I said
I saw Lynn posting about it, that it had something to do, something like weird interaction with Lorena's neutral special, the chair throw. So cool. Yay.
Maximum vertical distance for grabs from 200 down to 150, so you're not getting grabbed from above or below as often anymore in some ways that didn't make sense. Chain grab protection is now removed when bouncing off a wall or ceiling after missing the tech. I already saw PK tweet. It was just him in training, but just Crag throwing someone off a wall, then Cargo throwing them again.
So that's like a Crag buff and nerf.
Yeah.
Yes.
In some ways. And then
yes,
I suppose causing that caused characters to teleport to the stage when released from certain grabs. No fun.
What's up, man?
I want to make sure I have the stream pulled up on my phone, and I want to make sure we're not frozen.
Okay.
It's not loading for me.
It's loading for me.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Just want to make sure, because I'm doing the multi-stream, and that is more resource intensive, so I want to make sure we're not losing out on anything. Let's talk about freaking Zedderburn.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out the GIFs, by the way. Oh, the GIFs are awesome.
Especially the font.
Dude, the font could be different. That would be good. But the GIFs are awesome. It's great seeing things lined up like this instead of including for so many of the changes. Yeah, the side to side, especially a lot of the times the side to side would be like, it was on, they had the grid as the background, but the characters would be like slightly off, and it was like, oh, well, I can't really can't really tell. But this is great. They've done a fantastic job with this, and it makes a big difference on helping conceptualize what's going on here.
So should we, do you want to run through everything and then talk about it all afterwards? Do you want to take it step by step? Section by section?
I think there's generally like segments to how the characters have been changed. So I think we can talk. The first one just happens to be standalone. It's the hit stun gravity increased. So they're making Zedderburn get comboed harder, which is, you will never find me complaining about.
No, sir.
Oh my god.
Bless you.
Thank you.
They changed Uncharged Shine. They greatly reduced the knockback scaling, so now it doesn't knock down until way later, which I think is good, because that move, it used to be just fully auto floor huggable. Then they did the whole floor hug kind of rework, retooling, and then it was able to knock down. And I always thought that was kind of crazy. I was like, why did they buff Zedderburn? And now it's somewhere in the middle, presumably.
Do you see the Lynn tweet?
No, I didn't.
Her saying, among other people, saying that they should revert that to nerf ABSA again. It's just funny, man. This is just funny. Yeah. Forward tilt has been hit. The knockback, it's been hit in a multitude of ways. You can just see here. So the new one, he actually sticks his arms out where the hitbox is. This is novel shit that we're doing right now. The hitbox, his arms are there, so you can hit him. So it's just like, this was, I think, maybe the most slept on move in the game last patch. I'm glad that they did this, and we didn't have to like let the meta settle for another 4 months before people thought about Zedderburn forward tilt being a problem, because it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. It used to be just like, look, he's not even there. His nose is doing the hitbox. Actually, it's really quite funny. So they tweaked this move. They made it the forward tilt. They made it so it like trades worse, and it's more likely to trade now that it's there. And then the active frames reduced. The animation changed a little bit. So great tweak to that. It was a good move.
We see some recoveries to his aerials, a bunch across the board. Some nerfs to his aerials. The ledge grab recovery window has been increased for everything, if I'm not mistaken, as well as just some normal end lag nerfs to forward air, back air, up air, which I think is really nice, because it felt like a lot of times you just see like Zetaburns could fully whiff like an up air or something and then just throw out another one right after. That's mostly, I think, what they're doing this for. Maybe you see it harder to string in some fares. I'm not really sure.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how much of a difference it's gonna make. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and find out. There were a couple other nerfs to up air. That move is such a great combo move, and they're looking to make it a little bit less potent.
Actually, Meta Knight.
Sweet spot.
Now this is weird though.
Yeah,
because when you decrease the knockback of a move like up air, you increase its juggling power. Because they don't get sent as far, you can get more hits.
This will probably make them better able to juggle the fast fallers, but I think it won't make too much of a difference against the floatier characters. If you're like landing the sweet spots, I'm not sure how many you'll be able to string really, but it'll make it kill a stronger at above 111%.
Yeah. It's definitely a little give and take. But when like if you're landing it with juggling on platforms and stuff, it should be better in that way in certain contexts. But they wanted to make it weaker.
If you're hitting that sweet spot, they did some nerfs to the chest hitbox to make it more DIY away more effective, and they moved it. They increased the radius and moved it upwards.
So you're more likely to hit the sour spot.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Cool adjustments. We don't have to really talk. They did this pretty much across the board, added a variety amount of frames, sometimes like anywhere between like 4 and 8 frames of ledge grab window recovery. So you can't grab the ledge. I will say this will take a while to fully understand like all the implications, I feel like.
I will say if there's one character, well, no. I was going to say if there's one character that needed it, it's Rano, but that's not really. Rano's more than just doing the full ledge drops. If there's one character that needed this, it's Crag. If there's 2, it's Crag and Galvin. If there's 3, it's Crag, Galvin, and Lox. If there's 4, it's Crag, Galvin, Lox, and Arcane. If there's 5, it's Crag, Galvin, Lox, Arcane, and Rano, in my opinion.
Right. Okay, that's an opinion we can have. Yeah. It's fine. It's whatever.
Everyone like I said, it's not too special for Rano.
Yeah, everyone got these, so we can just kind of move on. Raster can now perform tilt cancels with strong inputs. He's a real freak show of a character, isn't he? By this point, he's got much crazy stuff that like if you're a new guy coming into the game and you're like you learn, because this happens a lot where people will like learn like a really easy character, maybe start off on like Setter or Claren or even Rano, and then like they discover more about the game and they're like, oh, okay, I'll switch up the mains. I actually like this guy after discovering more of the game. Raster has become a crazy son of a bitch. I feel like every patch they're like, by the way, you could do this intuitive shortcut because it's better for him. Like it definitely makes sense, but he's just very non-traditional at this point, which makes me laugh a little bit. But yeah, this is cool. Jump
cancel. Jump cancel when hitting any object, not just a player. Cool. Fix the bug where hitting an opponent with forward specials projectile while another slipstream is already active would give the extended active time to the old slipstream instead of the new one. Great. And then it's just the recovery window ledge grab frames being increased. Not much more to say about that. Raster in a similar spot, slightly better than he was before, I suppose. I guess slightly worse, but relative to the field, he's all right. And it's hard when this character's already on our screen to not swiftly move on.
Let's talk about Crag.
Look, we've talked a lot about this character.
Yeah.
My co-host in particular has talked a lot about this character.
Indeed,
spent many a tangent 10 minutes plus at a time. And they have finally taken a good chunk out of what made this guy so damn oppressive.
Now I have some good news and some bad news.
Please.
The good news is Crag is no longer immortal. He is a mortal bug. We may fell him with our weaponry, but the bad news is for all the Crag haters, he's still really good. He's still we'll talk.
Let's go through and then we'll talk about the overall thoughts on Crag right afterwards. So ledge drop vertical offset from ledge. They just made him drop lower, so he can't.
And they did this for a lot of the heavies.
Yeah, a lot of
pretty much all of them.
They were up a little bit too far above the ledge when they dropped, making his ledge drop aerials a little bit worse. In addition to the recovery, ledge grab, window frame, whatever they called it.
Yeah. This change, does, however, that change to the position does give him a new ledge, fully intangible ledge refresh. With his new pillarless up B. For now, I'm
hoping.
The hell are you talking about? I don't
know.
They
might do something.
It's fine. He can have it.
Well, they got rid of other characters in the past that have.
They've made it harder. They've made it tighter. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's also situational because you need to like literally not have pillar. It needs to be like destroyed or something. But,
okay.
But yes, let's get into it. So his recovery has been changed in quite a few ways, and perhaps the biggest way is his forward special cancel. Side B cancel. When in the early days of the game, I had an alternate. I would hop on the online queues with my alter alias high side B canceller 246, and I would play Crag, and every time I would go high and edge cancel off of everything with the side Bs. No longer will that be very good at all. It was arguably not even good before, but they've changed it a bunch. It is slow. It is vulnerable. You no longer have nearly as much influence or agency over the trajectory of the move. I really wish they threw in like a video or a GIF of him doing it, because like you see this and you're like, that's great. I guess there's a window we can hit him now. And then you see it in game and you're like, oh my God, they fucked up his cut so bad. It's so funny. It's actually so funny.
I think so. To summarize these changes, he can go further now with the side B cancel, but it's slower. He's got a bit of a pause at the apex that makes it so much easier to punish. That I think is maybe the most important part, is that now you can actually go out and do something about it. He's not just flying across your screen at Mach speed. This is the area. So Crag, no, I'll save it for the end. Let's talk about, because they did a kind of similar thing.
Did they change the ledge grab hitbox during the side B cancel, or no? I don't see that there.
I think just for up special.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah. So they did that. That's that for this IB cancel. Everything about it is slower. Slower on startup, slower in the apex, slower to wall jump out of it. He's this big fat oaf that he's a balloon for you. And
it takes longer to wall jump out of as well.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
And there was one change as well to the regular forward special, is that it is now the knockback reduction is less effective against vertical attacks.
Yeah. This is good. You should lab stuff like that as your character. Clarence are labbing. If he's like coming at you with a side B on the stage, you can do retreating nair to hit the multi hits, and then like turn around up tilt, and he can't hit you. It like stops him. Cool. So there's definitely some room for counterplay, because that move is annoying. It's not like goated, but it's like super fucking annoying. Pillar changes. Pillar changes. When you summon the pillar, it reduces your horizontal speed by 50% on startup and doesn't give an extra boost when you don't have pillar. That hop that he did when he did pillarless up B, that no longer exists. He looks like a soggy bird in a hurricane when he is up being pillarlessly now. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, truthfully. They changed a couple things. The false start wall jump frame is frame 10 now instead of frame 0. That's special fall. There was a couple special fall changes too. Where after you do the pillarless up B and you're in special fall, because of that, you have like significantly reduced gravity, so you fall slower, and you need to take 10 frames now before you can wall jump out of it. Pillar, when you actually do get the pillar, has a hitbox along the top that reaches a little bit higher than the other hitboxes, and it can only hit grounded opponents, which is like, maybe one of the more insignificant changes, but reduces scenarios where the pillar could lift people up without even hitting them if their environmental collision box was way lower. They also buffed the knockback, or increased the knockback on aerial opponents. That should mean like if you DI it away, I think, and you take the hit stun multiplier as well, is lessened, so it prevents people from landing on the pillar, and I think it should be more effective on, like, if you hold away, they should have to perhaps read your DI if they want to follow up, or something like that. This is a pretty big one. Characters can no longer fast fall after the pillar breaks beneath them and sends them into pillar fall. So if you're in pillar fall, if he's up there camping, you break the pillar and he goes into his and he just starts falling. Can't fast fall that anymore, which was fucked because he falls so fast already. But now any character, not just Crag, that gets into that pillar fall cannot fast fall out of it.
I swear, wasn't there something about him? Oh yeah, up special startup air friction from default to 0. Up special is Crag's fastest way to grab ledge, so now the horizontal distance at which it can grab ledge is significantly reduced. This is something I think I found pretty difficult to be able to punish when he just like does the pillarless up special and can just grab it from so far away. That should make things a little bit easier. But those two nerfs to his, those two sets of nerfs, I suppose, to his recovery is a really big deal. He's lived for a very long time, able to, it felt like the risk reward on going for some edge guards was just not there before. Now he has a lot less out of any particular option he chooses. There's a lot less he can do, especially with pillar. It's a lot more manageable of a threat. In a lot of ways, and you can do a lot more against him, which is
did
really
I miss
nice.
one? Wait, can you scroll back up for me just a little bit, just for special stuff? Friction, special fall, wall jump. A little bit more. No. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
Cool. We got some other nerfs. Neutral cargo throw knockback. The scaling has been increased, which, thank you.
Thank God.
This move had too many insane follow-ups that allowed kills to happen so early. And now with the increased scaling, that should be less possible once you get to the higher percents where you're at risk of dying to neutral throw, like forward strong,
neutral throw
special, or
the
strongs.
Yeah, fair, up air, down air were the big ones. I was thinking like in the air, but I forgot that you could do fucking like DI flip cargo throw into F strong.
Like Guthix or something. It does that a lot.
Yeah,
did that a lot.
That's a crazy one. It's still possible, just like the scaling's been changed.
Yeah, so it should be happening at the same kill percents.
Yeah. This next one.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
What, the
aerial, my first read through.
Aerial down special knockback change. You'd be forgiven. I don't think this is going to change fucking anything. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so for real. I think reducing the reducing it by this much, the scaling, and not like the base knockback. I don't know. I would love to actually test what the actual difference is, because this seems at a glance like it's not really.
It doesn't.
I haven't got hit by any aerial down bees since.
It's hard to visualize with these numbers.
Yeah,
especially with scaling, what that actually means with the characters' different weights and percents and all that. But it's nice to see that they at least are looking at that move.
Yeah,
and we got a couple. The general recovery window ledge grab frame increases is really good for Crag. Him just like cycling nairs, like ledge drop, double jump nair, and just regrabbing ledge in particular is super oppressive. Now should be much less a problem. They increased that by 7 whole frames, and as well as the other ones by less significant. amounts. And then the overhead HUD vertical offset increased from 50 to 75. This makes it block less of Crag's
Yay.
body. Thank you. This is what we were looking for.
This is W nerf. Yeah.
All right.
So
then we
Crag.
Oh yeah,
Crag.
Crag.
You said
overall.
I think you said you had something you wanted to say about Crag
I touched on it once we went through all the recovery stuff. So he still got he can still kill you.
His normals unchanged.
He still does so much damage, and up tilt still knocks down immediately for some reason, which maybe they won't change, but I just don't understand why. But he's gonna be killable much earlier now. It is actually worth it for, I'd say, everyone in the cast to actually try to edgeguard him. Before, it's just like it was never worth. And the ledge drop, the ledge like regrab stuff should also make that even more feasible. Like you're not worried about getting completely reversal by like them just like them taking one of your attacks and then they just like back air, ledge drop back air you until you're dead. Now you have a lot more wiggle room, and a lot better chances at killing him off stage.
Yeah, this makes me excited. I'm excited to see going forward in the coming months what routes player bases are taking to punish the options, because it's not like people didn't have edgeguard routes against him before. It's just there was always something he could do about it. There was always like an objectively correct thing it seemed like he could do about it to beat your edgeguard and live.
And usually kill you.
Usually often. Reversal you. Yeah, often. So this is a very exciting patch for me.
The like up special change to not give that like another 2 double jumps basically.
Yeah.
Once he gets to the wall, it felt like just not worth trying to edgeguard him.
It's
like especially Maple, who has the tools to like already had the tools to edgeguard him when he's out there. Once he gets to the wall, it was futile. It was actually like a dumb idea. It was a bad decision to try to edgeguard him at the wall because he will make it back and he could kill you.
Yeah. In terms of like overarching meta stuff I'm thinking about, I think that he now has some pretty shitty matchups.
Yeah.
Like Fleet is going to be tough now. Fleet's going to be tough. Absa is going to be tough. Zetterburn's going to be tough.
To Ion at Genesis, and he was saying if Fleet didn't have Nair, then that matchup's winning for Crag. And now I don't think that's
no
true anymore. Now Fleet can do a lot more to kill him off stage, which he already had a good time doing. But like Zetterburn too, Absa.
Yeah, all the people who like were Crag even now have like a solid case for
winning.
Being
Crag
able
winning.
to kill him. Yeah, Crag winning. Yeah,
winning. Crag losing. I don't know how you phrase
Fleet and Zetter, I think, are going to be the worst. Absa should also be pretty bad, although she had some pretty significant nerfs as well. So we'll see how that pans out. And then a bunch of characters that like got better charactered by Crag. Like I'm thinking like Maple and Orcane, I think will be able to do better.
I think so too.
Pretty much, I don't know. This could be like a real. Like every character should be able to fucking kill him now, right? Except for maybe
pretty
Lorena. maybe not Lorena.
Yeah,
but like
until they make Side be able to break pillar, I don't know if that's worth playing.
She should grab the pillar and squeeze it and just fucking yeah. So this is great, but Crag still has his bullshit. You're still going, if you're playing against Crag, you're still gonna die to some stupid shit that you're like, that shouldn't be in the game.
Like this patch, they were very specific in what they wanted to nerf about Crag. And I guess kind of all the characters had their off. I mean, they wanted to target the offstage game state a lot across the board. And I think Crag in particular, where it was way too good. And so I would expect, I would hope, and I would pray that more Crag nerfs are coming. I think most characters should have a little bit more nerfs, but Crag in particular, I think
every character should have more nerfs. You said,
pipeline. Yes,
it's weird. I do want to after the patch talk, discuss nerfs and the concept of them and like the identity of the game, because I've seen some interesting posts about it. But
yeah, we can get into that.
yeah,
Let's
I'm
carry
also
on.
wondering. I'm also wondering real quick
Please
that
wander away.
I've been thinking a lot about how this is going to ripple into Crags playing more aggressively on stage. There was a very certain style of Crag that I think mainly it's been ZB and Zeus to Goose like to slip into, where they go to Merchant Port and they just start double jumping on the platforms, or like they go to somewhere with a platform, they're double jumping, they have really good vertical speed on the way up and the way down, so it's really hard to react on what he's like wants to land on you with. And if he did get hit, it was like almost a non-issue to get caught out in those situations. Like it just straight up, if anything, it was a better game state for you. So I wonder if we're gonna see that more as a trend. I've seen entire games of ZB just making love to those top 2 merchant platforms. So I don't know, maybe they'll lean into it more because they don't want to get hit. Maybe, but I always thought that was a strength of Craig, is he can afford to do that, because it's usually a bad spot to get caught out with, like, without your double jump off there up in the corner or something. But he could always afford to take that risk, even if it was a risk, because the pillar gives him back everything. And he was super unkillable off stage. So I'm just thinking about that. I look forward to seeing how players like Zeus and ZB play going forward on stage.
Yeah. Okay, let's move forward through the patch notes. Fleet, Maple, and Claren all just got the recovery window changes.
Yeah.
Now Claren down air wasn't hit. Is that just because it's already like too laggy?
They didn't hit like the laggy ass moves that they were already satisfied with how long it takes to grab it. Dude, no one's dropping down no one's doing double jump down air regrab it. That's stupid. No. Like for Maple, so Maple gets a lot of mileage off of being able to do this. You have stuff like dropping off the ledge and nairing, and then regrabbing the ledge. But I think this change was more directed. It's not impossible to do stuff like dropping off the ledge with aerials. I think it's meant to discourage stuff like the nair regrab, because that is like,
I think,
toxic.
Yeah, it's like the nair, the back air regrab that I think matter a lot. But I don't think like she's still like the ledge drop stuff, I think, is where her edge guarding was really potent, where she could find some like early kills with like maybe it's a full on ledge drop fair, maybe it's like a ledge drop nair wall jump fair, something like that. That's still just as potent. You're just not gonna get like the cycling, the like refresh back airs over and over again, which I think is fine.
Encourages
as the Maple player, I think is fine. I think that's good.
A lot of these changes to the aerials encourage people to take a slightly more calculated risk when they're dropping off the ledge with the aerial. It's already such a strong position. Maybe it requires more precision as well, and it just makes it so much. I would rather get hit by that ledge drop nair into wall jump fair than just getting refreshed 4 times by the nair. Like it's just, it's uninteractive. It's mind numbing gameplay. So I like all these things.
Great. All right, Loxodont had the same sort of change as Crag, and then the rest of it was just the recovery stuff, right? Or recovery, let's grab.
Nothing crazy for Lox.
Yep.
Nothing crazy at all.
Orcane got grab lowest hitbox, moved it backward 20 centimeters. I think that's just so it doesn't like whiff point blank on some of the small guys. Oh yeah, there we go. Forward special is now projectile intangible while traveling. I like this change quite a bit. It's not going to make a huge difference because you can still get hit like at the end of it when you're popping out, but like you're not going to get hit like along the way by like a fleet down or something, but those are hard to hit anyway. So we'll have to see how much difference this really makes. Like I was saying before, I think the ledge grab stuff does affect Orcane quite a bit. Those like nair cycles are very annoying. So that'll be less of a problem. He needs to get a little bit more creative. Not that he doesn't have the tools to do that.
Yeah, and then they fixed up throw.
They removed
Herobrine. They removed Herobrine.
What did they do this one? Max initial horizontal velocity decreased. It's now determined by spawn location instead of being random. So they move inwards. So that's just, maybe they fixed it. When did they just change it? What if they make it
a blowhole thing?
Hear me out. New change.
Okay.
One big bubble. Right? One big bubble, and you can it's like shine or like combust.
What do you mean it's like shine? The directional. Oh, okay.
So you can it'll pop after like a little bit, and then they go whichever way they're located, and it can hit other people in like doubles and stuff, can go pop from the side.
Could already do that.
No, but it'll be more interesting because of the directions.
Because it's big.
Because of the directionality of it. You don't just go up when you get hit by it. You go out or whichever.
That's
direction.
Stupid. No, that's stupid. I just decided that's stupid because I don't want to really.
I'm shutting down my ideas, man. Yeah. Ideas. Fine. Okay.
We're not ideas guys. They don't pay us to be ideas guys.
Upward bubbles, horizontal velocities now capped at 7 centimeters per frame.
They fixed up throw. Yay! They fixed bubbles. Yay! They removed Herobrine.
Oh yeah. Good. 5's burn.
Oh, 5's burn.
Smoke clouds will now be destroyed when coming into contact with grab boxes, so La Reina can break it with like side B and up B and all that good stuff. Downstrong, the height reduced. They did this to Maple last patch, and hopefully they're doing it to Claren in the next one, making the moves that are down.
Well, hold on. Much has been said about Claren Downstrong, specifically in relation to this change right here. And I'm here to open up the conversation. They're different ass moves, bruh. I understand.
They're different, but it hits too high.
Listen, it does hit too high. Probably a little bit. Probably maybe.
Also, they're like, literally all downstrongs.
No, but fucking dude, that's like saying like fucking Crag down B spikes, so should Loxodons. Loxodon down B should spike. It would be so fun. It would be so cool. I hope the devs address this. I'm gonna make a note board post. The thing about the difference.
Rage bait success.
The thing about fucking the difference between the downstrokes. Okay, Claren Downstrong. No, let's examine the two. Let's actually think about like the nuance and like the use cases of these moves. Okay.
Yeah,
but let me start by saying it should be nerfed. It should be nerfed. It should be smaller. It should be maybe a frame slower, and it should sure as hell be weaker. Okay, that should all happen to Claren Downstrong. However, people seeing this change and going, yay, it doesn't anti-air, they should do that to Claren Downstrong, is just like, I feel like it's just like thinking about, like, without thinking about what functions the move has. Force Burn Downstrong hits on both sides immediately. It is handmade for reaction tech chasing, okay? It's good as fuck for that. You can't Omsa-tech it past like 40, okay? So it has that incredible strength as well. It's a good ass move. It's not supposed to anti-air. Claren Downstrong hits on both sides. However, you have to be a little bit more precise because of the nature of the tippers. I'm not saying they're small, but I'm saying there is a sour spot. It hits one side at a time, and it starts away. So you have to get a pivot in there. That is inherently harder, okay? And I think if you look at the hitbox, it is very clearly intentioned to catch out jumps in that way because it is so ridiculously big. People say that it's fine because it matches the animation. I think they should change the animation too. It's crazy. You're being very disrespectful right now, by the way.
I'm just giving you space.
You're giving me too.
You're giving you space to say
your piece. Too much fucking space right now.
I can give you less space if that's what you want.
Claren Downstrong needs to be nerfed, but something rubs me the wrong way about people seeing the force burn change and then saying that is why they should do it because they're targeting for when they are moves that have different functions and occupy different things. I saw like the note board post that was like specifically like, congrats on changing force burn. Do it to Claren too. The same thing, please. And I don't know. I think it's meant to be a move that is to call out jumps and to confirm into. I think it's very different from force burn in that way. Swings one side at a time. I think it's too big. I think it's too strong. But it's just been bothering me. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if it's that noticeable that it's been eating away at me a little bit.
Could have fooled me.
I don't even play Claret, bro. Whatever.
Anyways,
yeah,
yeah,
let's,
you're literally a
move
low
on.
arena player now.
We've got a lot of ground to cover here.
Just recovery window stuff besides that, and I want to learn command his clone when pressing grab pair on the ground. Sure. Abolist DashBack has a new sound effect.
They shrunk his cheeks, bro.
They did indeed.
They took they liposuctioned it out and gave it all to Galvin.
They did. Wow. And otherwise, just the realize grab stuff. Olympia, the other war criminal.
Yes.
Had some pretty serious nerfs. I think heavier than Crag, maybe.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not. No. This is. I haven't played the patch syndrome. I have played the patch. She's like kind of the same character.
I've only been able to read. I haven't had time to play yet.
She's remarkably similar from the like, I don't know, 10 games against Olympia I've been able to play.
So they started with her aerial speed. Basically, they changed her horizontal jump speed from 15 to 12.5. Her horizontal air speed reduced to 12. Maximum double jump horizontal speed also reduced to 12. Felt like she had such an impressive state of just like when she was just double jumping or jumping in the corner. Like she has so many threatening options just from doing that. Yeah. And now that's all a little bit worse, as well as going to be mattering a little bit in theory in terms of the combo game.
Yeah. She does the same stuff. I think in general, everything about Olympia, these changes, she does the same stuff, but it is it's like slightly more manageable, slightly less overwhelming. Makes a couple differences here and there in terms of combos, but everyone I've talked to, the combos have felt like pretty much the same.
Okay.
So I don't know, but they touched a lot about her, right? They touched a lot about her. They changed the gem dash hit knockback, so it's weaker with slightly higher scaling. And then sends into heavy hits times the higher percents, which is a great thing. It'll never cast a hitbox when reaching the gem if the gem's broken. So if you break the gem while she's initiated the hitbox, it won't do like the final gem hit, which is another good change. It's pretty situational.
I feel like I've actually felt a number of times with like floor hug break the crystal from what's pretty far, but then they just get the gem dash right into your face anyways.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty nice to not have that. You can still get hit as she's coming. Oh, can you? Is there? No, never mind.
Cool. Cool. Some changes to the forward special to make things is mostly quality of life stuff for her. Honestly, it'll slam instantly into the wall after touching the wall.
Yeah.
Which is great for her recovery. If you like fuck up while you're trying to edge guard her and she grabs you, then she's in a good spot instead of just like, being owned for no reason. As well as when you land the forward special, it restores her down B dash, which is very, very cool. Very good for her. They did also adjust the knockback scaling on it so that you can DI away more effectively at higher percents, which I think is a great thing. Although we weren't seeing the move it doesn't get used at top level for like the slam anyways, but this coupled with her different airspeed and double jump means that it should be harder to confirm out of it at the higher percents. This next one's the big one. This is definitely the biggest change to Olympia, is the up special changes. So it has a hurt box during the multi-hits, which means while it's rising, you can challenge it if you have a disjoint below the ledge. This made it really... I mean, you could still kind of do it before. She did have her like body... her boxes, but this makes it a lot more streamlined, a lot easier.
It's also better
challenge.
when you don't have a disjoint. You can now trade with it because it is negatively disjointed.
Yes. Correct. Which is very good because that move, like her recovery is a little finicky, and it did kind of feel easy to like up B in like wrongly, and then you go past or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was consistent. It felt like once you pressed the up B input, like you were good until the move finished. You know what I mean? So this is cool. They also changed the finishing hitbox. They shrunk it and moved it upward in the next GIF. So it's not hitting people that are super below
really
her.
Nice.
It's very, very nice. It reduces the downward disjoint of the move, like they say. Overall, it's just like this move seems worth challenging now.
For sure.
Yeah.
You can break it a lot easier, and it's the final hit, I think, being more resemblant of where her foot is quite nice, where her legs and stuff are. They adjusted the down B dash to make it a little bit more more resistance in the air.
Yeah.
Or a little bit less, excuse me. You can go a little bit further.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the next changes what I'm thinking about. You can just go through all these. They pretty much shrunk. They slightly adjusted. Actually, this one is pretty significant. This one is pretty big. Which hitboxes are sour? Is it everything but the last? Or no, it's just the inner. Wait, no, they're all the same, right?
I think they might all be the same. I'm not certain.
Cool. But yeah, that's a very, very nice change. They adjusted, the middle and outer hitboxes have different angles. So the farther away, the shallower, or the you're aiming for
you can
the
go a little
tip,
wider,
right?
At the end. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it sends further out, right? So it incentivizes getting up close to get the best hitbox for things like forward air, up B, and what have you. And they also changed the
active frames. Now this one I saw they made it a little smaller, but they reduced the active frames on hit 2 from 7 to 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
which is very, very nice.
Yeah,
that is a pretty strong move. Made a little bit weaker. You see the recovery window ledge frame stuff, all that. Back air hitboxes.
Pretty much all the aerials got changed. Yeah, pretty much just like shrunk slightly. Like again, these shouldn't be a big difference. I don't know. Maybe the little things add up. But it's cool. It's cool. We like this. So like I said, I don't think the Olympic changes are actually that crazy. I think she's still probably just as good as before. I'm not gonna lie. We'll have to see. These are the types of changes that it's like so many that seem so small that I think it'll take a while to see the actual trend.
It's also just like the hitbox stuff. It's just like
she's still good.
Changes that make it align with what it looks like, and I think having that parity is very important to not being frustrated when playing against. I don't think it was a huge deal with Olympia in particular, but I think it's nice that they are looking at that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we're rolling out hitbox changes.
All right, this is the one where I feel like I've seen the most people talking about it.
Yes, undoubtedly.
A lot of ABSA changes to character that some people consider very low. Has a lot of very oppressive tools though, especially when you get like higher up. I think we see players like Ant, and to lesser extent Zahime, Shadowhawk, able to really use and abuse. So they made some changes to her. Her fast fall speed has been reduced, giving her less options when it comes to like when she's up really high. Getting back to the stage is going to be more difficult for her, really making the floatiness a weakness in that respect. Her air dodge speed has been reduced. Still the longest air dodge, or the longest wave dash, I think.
Yeah.
But covers less distance overall. Cloud will now attach to static, electrified opponents who are in the
big
thrown
buff
state.
This makes it all worth
it. Where Absa would down throw an opponent after special pummeling them. But Ledge Buff's moving Cloud would pass right through them. Huge stuff. I don't know how any Absa could be complaining with buffs like this.
Literally. Anyways, they gutted the cloud hop as well. So
yeah, this is
yeah.
really good. I think in the last couple times I've watched Ant and I see him just off stage. I see him just cycling cloud hop, then pop, and then cloud hop, just having infinite time to do as he pleases off stage. So this will be nice. They increased the cooldown for the neutral special after the pop, so you can just do another one right away. And similarly with forward specials, they can't cast a new one right away either. And they decrease the acceleration on the forward special, throwing the cloud out there. So it's going to be a little less reliable to snipe out the opponents like Ant so often does. Up special can no longer perform the second zip if it gets parried before the first one ends. Good. They should have done something like this to cloud to Crag side B.
It felt pretty free to recover aggressively, recover high. And like it's I just like this. I just think it's a good change, truthfully. I like it a lot. The next change is perhaps the most significant, other than maybe just making her floatier. Taking a frame off the startup of F tilt is a pretty big deal when she already like her scrapping wasn't bad, but F tilt was pretty much the move that did all of the scrapping. So it's slightly slower, slightly worse in that situation, which I think will make her struggle really heavily against characters like Olympia and Zetterburn. I think that's a big deal.
The sour spot here that we're seeing,
with
the new DI angle, I think maybe makes even more of a difference because when you're in the scrappy situations, that's the one that's probably going to hit. So it's going to be it's going to make her worse in the scrap where she already maybe wasn't that great.
Yeah. So yeah, they changed it slightly. So if you DI it wrong, you're still getting hit. It's still really terrible for you. But when you DI full out, you should be able to escape pretty much all follow-ups, and it makes it better on some slightly suboptimal DI. Interesting change. The next thing is whatever. It's cool.
F tilt turn around and then like turn around the other direction instead of just doing F tilt 2, which makes sense. This early hit now has an extra hitbox on the bottom.
Yes. Claren's long lost sister in up tilt has been fully realized. This should be really good. This should help. It should make it connect more in tech chases, I think. If you want to go for something like that, just like lower to the ground. There's a lot of short ass characters in this game, and especially in a game where you're incentivized to be holding down and to be crouching. So this is
weren't there people buff. Like not like necessarily people with like big notoriety, but weren't people saying like when apps came out they should let the up tilt hit platforms? I think that was the thing. And I think it's just a little ironic that they're like, let's let it hit people on the ground, actually.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I think this is way better. It should not be able to hit platforms. I think this is much better.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain way that ABSA is supposed to interact with platforms in the game, given like her kit and the way she moves so uniquely. So I think that makes some sense. This is a good buff. Very good buff.
Yep.
This is cool. This is cool. It's another slight buff where you can't fall out of or not can't fall out, but way more consistently you're going to be hitting the finishers of forward strong and up strong. So that's very nice. And then all of the aerial stuff.
And Death Force Tumble at 0%.
I want to speak on ABSA a little bit real quick. Because I've seen a common sentiment.
You know what? Let me give you some space.
I've seen this sentiment throughout ABSA players and throughout the community as a whole. The idea that ABSA is not very well represented at all, and perhaps as a side effect of that, isn't performing very well at all. It's just Ant, who's a miracle worker. Why is she getting changed and nerfed in these ways when that's the case? And this is something I've been thinking about a lot recently, especially since there's been a trend in the past couple weeks of the ideal tier list, right? If the game was perfect, who would you want to be at the top? Who do you want to be at the bottom? How like relative to each other? What's a great meta, a great ecosystem, your perfect meta, stuff like this. Now, I've been thinking about a principle in that regard, and it's the idea that characters with more unique, more what's the word? Maybe unintuitive, special, more kits with more quirks, the more quirky quote gimmick characters, they should not be strong. They should be good. They should be all right. They should have their niche. They should be able to win games. And I don't think anyone's arguing that Absa is fucking bad now. You think Absa is bad? No. That's ridiculous. But I think the truth of the matter is that characters that are more niche, that there are less people playing, that people have less experience into, it's very easy for these characters to take their hidden gimmick and rely on it as a win condition. This always makes me think about Melee Yoshi. No other character in the game has double jump armor and a parry mechanic. Yoshi has a unique shield. He has a parry mechanic. You know, if you like perfect shield, you get to release. It's something only he can do, as well as double jump armor, double jump cancelable aerials. Obviously it's different because there isn't like patch culture for that game, obviously, but I think you can take this idea of like, what if Melee Yoshi was the best character in Melee? And that's a funny thought at first. Some people would say that's silly. It would be cool. But I think if you were actually to play out a game with a meta like that, it would suck. It would suck a lot. And it would just be like, this is how Smash Bros works. I think pretty traditionally there's characters that do this. You can talk about Steve. Steve has ways of playing the game. Steve forces you to make decisions and tackle scenarios that no other character really comes close to. And he's been very unhealthy for Ultimate as a result of that, being very strong, being very unique. He's too strong. I've heard the sentiment echoed a lot that because Steve is so unique and so encourages creativity in that way, he would be a beautiful mid-tier character. Someone that can win. Not a bad character, but like when you have characters like that are strong, I think the game suffers as a whole. Another example would be, I think, R1 Raster. No other character functions like Raster in that game, being air-based, right? It's impossible to balance a character like that and have him be like okay, but not broken. Because if he's okay, but he does his combos in the air with all his jumps and finishers, then he is broken. And if he doesn't, then he's bad. So I think when you're looking at these Absa changes and you're looking at why would they make these changes, even though she's not a very popular character, even though she doesn't have the best results, I think it's important to keep in mind the health of the game, keeping in mind that Absa plays a different game than everyone else. This is something we heard Boyko say back in September that I didn't fully understand at the time. But, you know, the more and more I've played against Absa, the more and more Absa I've watched, she has so many character-specific things. She's the only character that moves the way she does. She has some pretty, like, F-Tilt was a really, really good move before. I think it's still pretty good. Her aerials are unforgiving to get hit by. And she's so flexibility. The flexibility she has in her combos is still really insane because of how the double jump cancel works. With double jump cancel, with gravity hops, with stuff like that, as well as the cloud being a very unique projectile and the way it likes to zones, the way you can use it offensively and defensively and combo finishers and like that. I think that in general, I think as a trend, the more unique, the more outlandish, the more gimmicky a character is, the more it should be encouraged that they aren't over centralizing to the meta. And I just like that's an idea I wanted to put out there. I don't know if that quote justifies the nerfs that she got. I think it does. But talk to me.
So I think I think a couple things. One, when it comes to any balancing of any game, I think where the most attention should be given is the highest level. I think that is where you should be primarily be balancing for. If there's stuff that's like super oppressive at the low level, that's a different kind of situation. Like if something's like easy and super oppressive at the low level, but then doesn't really matter at the high level, that's just, I think, maybe some poor design. But I think it makes sense when you're looking at the highest level. She's like you're saying, not the most popular, but definitely has her things being piloted at her maximum abilities that are pretty oppressive and difficult to have to play around in a way that's isn't positive to the game, more kind of to your point, when she's got stuff like that.
I think so. A couple things. I think that like Absa isn't easy. Well, no, Absa's not like traditional. I don't know. Character difficulty is kind of not. It's kind of gets abstract, but she has a lot of very character specific techniques that you need to do that are pretty tight and hard to wrap your head around when you first play. So she's hard in that way for sure. In terms of like game balance should be for the top level, I like Dan Ferdasi disagrees with you on that. He has said like a bunch that he finds himself the one looking out for the little guy. In terms of like, I think Arcane Bubbles are a great example. Like the gold and silver Arcanes before like there's a patch where you could like floor hug shield bubbles, right?
Yeah.
And just like there's a patch where bubbles were really, really good. And it wasn't very much of an issue at high level at all. It was completely non-existent.
Yeah, I remember
but at like the low level, that shit is so annoying. If you don't, if you're a newer player to the game, and this especially matters when the game is as small as it is. If you're a newer player to the game and you don't have exactly 100% control over your character, or you don't understand how all the mechanics work, you can't use the defensive mechanics to their fullest. That shit is crazy.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Where when they have these things that are super oppressive at the low level, that does need to be looked at. But like in general, I think I think the primary focus should be what the character's like maximum capacity, their highest level play, what it can do there, more so than how people are using it like lower.
Yeah.
But when it stuff comes to things like those Arcane Bubbles, I was also thinking about like Bastion in Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
Where he was like really, really annoying for low levels and dog shit at top level, and then they reworked him in Overwatch 2. Like that's the sort of stuff that comes to mind when I'm like, you should care about the low level. But when you're like looking at trying to balance things as a whole, I think you get the clearest picture looking at the high level.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. But I think when those bubble changes came through, Dan was one of the people that was like, they should be a little good though. Like they kind of need that. Like the shitter players kind of need stuff like that. But I 100% agree with you. Goodbye, my good friend Gary. I think that there's some people saying that to the point of Absa playing a different game. Because of her extreme statistics in her weight and fall speed and floatiness, and because of her unique jump mechanics and her unique movement with her aerials and her cloud and stuff, she fundamentally interacts with space differently than pretty much every other characters. There are like small things here and there. Some characters might gravitate towards certain platforms or certain areas of the stage where they are a little bit stronger. But the way Absa looks at a stage as a whole in terms of like what movement options are available to her at any given moment, those are way different than every other character. She also has moves that function way differently to every other character. She's like a min-maxed archetype, a true glass cannon, in the sense that, like, you know, her aerials, you land the sweet spot, they are so strong. You land the sour spot, they are so weak, to the point of even being combo tools in and of themselves. It's like she just interacts with the space differently, which is a big deal in a platform fighter, where with the platforming, the movement aspect is like very different. She interacts with ledge in a completely different way. It's very common to see Abscess go high because her movement encourages that, because she isn't great on the ledge in the first place. Like, getting off of it, she can struggle. Her recovery is different in that way. I think it can be generally harder to snap to ledge than the rest of the cast. So like, these things about her mean that she is playing a different game. In terms of over centralizing, I guess the big question would be, was F tilt over centralizing? And I think that the answer was probably yes.
Probably yes. I also think it's still so.
It's good. It's good still. It's good still. But making it more interactive and giving more counterplay, more nuance on like the space you can try to challenge her in, having the risk reward be different at certain ranges, I think is a very good thing. In terms by over centralizing, what I mean is, like, it was her combo starter into grab at low percents. It's her combo starter into meteor combos at mid percents. It's her kill thing. You have Fortnite, forward tilt fair, forward tilt up air. Like, I know this because I have I have a folder. It's called my player highlights folder, where I take every clip from every tournament. A player hits a clip, I've got it downloaded on my computer in a folder with their name on it. Ant's clip folder, it's a fuck ton of forward tilt forward air. I'm not gonna lie. It is easily like the Asda clips are easily the least diverse. Not because she can't do cool things, not because she can't be creative and a beautiful character to watch and pilot, but because forward tilt forward air was so fucking good. And forward tilt was such a difficult move to play around. And so I think it's still good. And I think this is a good change. And yes, she isn't very well represented. She isn't very particular. I don't think people would have her at the top of a tier list. But in terms of the meta ecosystem and the grand scheme of things, and like over centralizing moves and interactive gameplay, being able to have dynamic play, I think this is a really good change. And I don't know. We'll see. She's not. Yeah. I don't think she's particularly great. Just to give my opinion,
I think she is super fine, and I think a player like Ant can still do it. Like, he got so damn close, taking like the first and second place of Genesis to Game 5, last stock scenarios.
Yeah,
he can do it, and Abscess can do it.
Also, they didn't touch up air. We're good. You're fine. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. It's everything's fine.
Let's talk about freaking.
Let's talk about Calvin. They made him big and round and fat and pregnant for me, which is great. Oh, I'm so happy. I love this, dude. I love this so much. How can you not?
It took him a little bit, but they finally made it closer to what his actual model looks like. And made some of the hurt boxes vulnerable during forward tilt. He doesn't have invincible tilts anymore. Nerf 2 as well is going to be a little bit more worthwhile going for trades and trying to hit him out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's still, honestly, like, looking at this, it's still kind of small.
No, but when, like, yes,
but when he's like moving
it's reasonably
around,
small. This is good.
Yeah,
this is good. When you, did you see someone posted a graphic of the hitboxes enabled, her boxes enabled for all the heavies side by side, and literally Galvin's on Ozempic. It's literally, if you look at this is more comparable to the bulk that the other heavies have. where they don't have shit like sticking out, right? Like you can't hit Crag's like horn. But you know, the legs are a little thin on Galvin. The arms are a little thin.
I'm looking at the shoulders a little bit here, maybe.
He pretty much had Force Burn's hurt box. Essentially. So this is a good change. This needed to happen.
Okay. Neutral special knockback has been decreased as well as the scaling, which is very nice. That move knocked down pretty early. This is around 60 now, around 90. More than fair. All hits of forward special now ignore knockback armor. So that all link together because it would be able to break it with the end anyways. Then just the recovery window ledge grab stuff, I think is really good for Galvin. Him similar to Crag, Nair, very potent for back air as well. Very potent. Good changes to Galvin. I think he's in a really good spot still. We'll have to see though how people keep performing with them.
It's a good spot, but this is good. This is good for when you're fighting against Galvin. It's easier to combo him, and Magnet is slightly worse, more punishable, more interactive. Very good.
Lorena. The Ant got some nice buffs, some good improvements. I think in a lot of ways makes her a threat now, to be sure. Let's talk about it though. First, wall jump horizontal speed has been decreased. This allows her to hit Crag's Pillar with both Nair and back air after wall jumping off of it. So she has some counterplay to Crag Pillar, I suppose. Similar to Crag and Galvin Locks had her let's drop offset adjusted. Hitting another player will now bring your chair off cooldown. This is going to allow her to do a lot of more have a lot more creativity in her punish game, which I think was something that felt like it was kind of missing, especially in the transfers from Rivals 1 Workshop to Rivals 2. You expected her to not maybe be as strong as the Workshop characters are relative to the field, but this should be really nice. Attacks that deal no knockback will no longer knock the chair back. Mainly Maple Seed. This is, as a Maple player, I was abusing this whenever I played a Lorena. I just like they have that on the other side of the stage, and I could just throw my seed, and now, oops, you die. So great change. Makes tons of sense. Minimum knockback when an article hits the chair from 26 to 13. This makes weak projectiles much worse at repositioning the chair. Good stuff. We're not going cooldown after being parried. And Clarion counter. Up special now falls slower for 10 frames after reaching the peak of trajectory. Gives her more time to grab the ledge and can't get ledge hog when opponents are doing it a little less precisely. Really nice. This felt really weak. It felt like you could ledge hog her all the time. So hopefully this will make it a little bit easier still. I mean, if you just get called up by a roll or something, it's not going to make a difference. But maybe if your opponent's a little early with it, they're not going to be able to get the ledge hog off. Up special's lowest hitbox can now only hit grounded opponents.
Yeah, that's cool. It was a little silly, but yeah.
This is an interesting one. Down special vertical speed boost from 17 to 18. This allows her to buffer Nair to hit the chair after placing it while grounded. I think this is going to be very good when it comes to just her like on stage neutral game, because she can like get a lot of times you'd see the Lorena's like down to place the chair, and then they do something like F strong, like reverse throw it behind the opponent just to get it on that other side where it can be like a threat when you go to recall it, or even with like the down B. So this allows her to like kind of immediately get the chair on the other side of the stage behind the opponent, where it can actually be a nuisance, a tool to be used in neutral, which I think is probably where Lorena was weakest before this, is just how it felt like in her neutral game. And now she's got some way to threaten the space in front of her in a meaningful way. Down special's roll, horizontal knockback will now always be in the direction that Lorena is moving. This can make things a lot more predictable, consistent in a way that I think was missing. I felt like a lot of times I'd down special to someone and they'd go like up and I'm not ready to get the punish. This should make it a lot easier to like, you can practice it. You can get the punish labbed a little bit more. It's going to be a lot more reliable. Offstage platforms will now be summoned at a consistent height relative to the stage floor instead of the bottom blast zone. So you're not going to go super low on like Fire Capital, stuff like that. Throws that can summon offstage platform will now go into grab release state if the opponent breaks free for any reason while you're falling. Cool. I didn't know about that, but that's nice.
Yeah,
up strong, hand hitbox radius. Ooh, we're buffing up strong.
It makes sense. I like it.
I think
I
so
like
too.
It's pretty precise. Still, I like it. I whiffed it a little too much.
I'd agree. We were commentating Fusion on Monday. Cheesy was on the La Reina, and there was a bunch of times where she was like punishing Booney's recovery as fleet with the up special, and I'm like looking at the hitbox or up strong rather. I'm looking at like the in front of her hitbox. I don't know how I feel about it. Truthfully, I think strong is really strong. It's something that may need to look at in the future, but until Lorena gets enough to play at that level, I'm okay with her having some stuff right now.
She's
down strong. Yeah. Sour spot, the knockback's been increased with the angle changed a little bit, making it more just stronger overall.
Yeah. And then just like more aerial stuff. They buffed active frames on all the aerials, as a matter of fact, except for Nair.
I think that's going to make a big difference. I found it with down air, personally the most, where I felt like things that looked like they should have hit didn't.
Pretty precise.
Maybe a little bit with back air as well. So it should be nice. They did the universal changes
and the down throw change.
And down throw. Now
this is good.
Launches opponents instead of just placing them on the ground.
This is so good. People have been talking like as like kind of whatever. But I think this is really strong in that it gives. It's a DI mix-up now. There's a DI mix-up. If you want to DI out on the down throw to avoid the forward air, you're going to have to DI in on the up throw, which was previously wrong. There's previously no reason not to hold behind her to counter the up throw, because you DI, there'd be no fucking follow-ups, and you're fine. You're completely fine. This down throw introduces the 50-50 now, the classic up throw, down throw, in out 50-50 that a lot of characters have thrived off of for a long time. Claren, Rano, Raster, Loxodont when he has Magma on the ground. It's cool. It's cool. She could use this. She could stand to use this. I think it'll be a big deal in the long term for sure. Yeah, man.
That's the patch.
Yeah, man. That's the patch. An hour and a half later.
It was a doozy. I think I like pretty much everything that they did do. I think there's some characters they could have gone harder on, but I think it's the direction is what I care, I think, most about. And they have made some very good targeted changes towards a lot of the problematic characters. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good to look at where things are after these changes and move forward from there. I think we might maybe get another decent sized patch before the next R2CS season starts up, whatever that will be. So that's exciting. I like it. I like everything.
I like everything. I think maybe Olympia is still too strong, but in terms of like in line with the whole like ideal meta, which characters should be strong, I think it's pretty obvious from the get-go. Olympia is supposed to be top tier. She's supposed to be good. Just like her design top to bottom is she's supposed to be a pretty good character. So I don't think she's going to get much worse than this. She's probably fine. She might be the best character in the game. We should do a tier list later. 1,000,000,000%.
I think let's do you want to get it?
Let's do it now
on the topic. Let's do it right now.
I'm thinking like if there's anything I want to talk about regarding patch culture. The one thing I wanted to say about nerfs is like I think maybe not a selling point, but a part of the game's identity very early on was that everyone was a superhero that could do whatever the fuck they wanted and like was immortal and killed everyone at like 50. That's becoming less and less true as the time goes on.
So I think that was kind of maybe a selling point. It was maybe a positive to some, but I think as the game has matured and things got nerfed, I think it has been a point of frustration for a lot of players. When it feels like the game states are so polarizing. It's like you're looking for just the one opening and then you're dead, or like you're just looking for your characters like 2 or 3 things that they're like just really really good at and just pushing that all the way. It doesn't, I think, as people have just played more and developed more, the game's gotten a lot more depth, and I think having characters with, like, really, really broken aspects in, like, particular game states kind of goes against that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I'm a fan of the general lowering of the power level across the cast,
Yeah, it's
and
also people are getting better. That I think that's the big thing.
yeah,
Is that if people still
that's
had
true.
access to the tools like that existed in beta, like a year and a half, 2 years in, that it sucks. It clearly sucks, and people are finding like it's one thing like yeah, the toys are less shiny now, so it's like more frustrating to get hit by the rich kid's new toy boat. But like it's also like the people are way the fuck better at the game now. So things need to be kind of dialed back. When things were already like really strong and really broken, they become completely unreasonable once you're given a lot of time to develop and explore the game in that way. So I like the nerfs. I like the nerfs. They're good. They will continue to tweak the hitboxes in the game. That's pretty cool. In terms of man, I'm just kind of like out of energy in my heart to talk about like patch culture
Oops.
and overreactions.
I mean, yeah, people like to overreact when their character gets nerfed and not look at things in context. Like, they might just scroll to the one character that they play.
Yeah.
And people are gonna do that, and that's gonna be what gets, seen online a lot because that's how algorithms work. I'm not
Yeah.
too bothered, although I will say a lot of the APSA stuff made me want to start playing APSA because I believe she's
Just to
stronger than
show
a lot
these
of people. Yeah, like, not even just,
yeah.
like, it's, like, out of spite, but I don't actually have that much, like, malicious intent. Like, I don't dislike
It's
these
like
people
come
because they think
on,
their character,
man.
it's just like, let me, like, it just gives me a sense of motivation, I
I was with
suppose.
the amount of I was like uh surprised on a reread of the patch notes after absorbing the reaction from the abscess how many actual buffs there are in there, you
Yeah.
know, with up tilt and
Um
with the strong attacks linking. I think that stuff's a big deal.
All right.
uh
Do you want to do a little tier list?
I want to say
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, people need to like
People need to take a deep breath.
it's giving jobless, dude. I don't know. It's giving
It is.
go on a date with an attractive person or unattractive. Who cares, bro? Go spend time with someone, develop a meaningful
Don't even just go
relationship.
take a walk in the park.
Just go take a walk. No one
It's
Zeke told me
guys.
this. I'll
It's
admit.
take a
I'll
walk
say this.
Wednesdays,
I'll be vulnerable for a moment if I
please.
will. Claren got changed in it wasn't even the last patch. It wasn't even a big one. It was like
Yeah.
August or something. It
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
patch like after I got off from work, we went and we chilled at someone else's place and you got to watch me read the patch notes live. It was the patch they took away they
Oh
changed
yeah.
tip stun lockout so that it dissipated quicker. You can't freeze people for more. They took away the tipper on the first frame of down air.
Like the fair one too, right?
Yeah, they took away the on the back hit of fair. They also cut her airspeed or air acceleration rather pretty significantly in that patch. And they also like tweaked back Nair as well. And I was pretty down reading those. I won't lie. I was sad about it for like the night. No one. This is the thing. I went in. I had a session with Coach Zeke pretty much the next day, maybe like a couple days later, and they're like, "How are you feeling?" I was like, "Man, it's hard not to be sad when your character gets worse, especially when we play fighting
Not
games."
me.
It's a pretty niche. Fighting games are a niche thing. It's not uncommon for people to become obsessive over the games or the characters that inhabit the games and that they are able to identify well with. And so when they get objectively worse, it's very hard to not feel sad. Like your life has gotten worse for seemingly no reason at all. And I can sympathize with that. I really can. No one likes it when they are especially, dude, fighting games are tough. They're so like emotionally, like you get emotionally invested. It hijacks your dopaminergic circuitry, right? It's the whole culture is crazy. You can feel like everyone is your enemy. And yet, I think that fighting game communities have some of the strongest communities that exist. And I think that speaks to the bigger picture, which I would encourage all of us to take a step back and look at. When bigger balance change patches happen like this, they will continue to happen. They might walk back the Crag side B nerf. I hope they don't, but they might. And I'm willing to come to terms with that, because at the end of the day, we're playing a fucking video game. It's not you versus the Crag. It's never been you versus the Crag. It's been you versus
been
yourself.
You versus Trevor Youngblood. Oh yeah, yourself. No, you're right. You're right.
Fuck you, dude. it's oh, dude. Some Trevor said some things, but it's never been about the Crag on the other screen. It's always been about you versus yourself. It's not about, oh, they took away my throw combos. Oh, that sucks. That's okay. There's more combos. You'll find them. You will. It's a challenge. You can rise up to it. It's like, dude, it's like, that's kind of the whole point in a way. What if everyone got harder? That would be pretty cool. Pause. Some games are designed. Some games are, dude, think about a game like Tekken. I could never play a game like Tekken. Every character has fucking 200 moves. What are we talking about?
I'll play Rivals.
It's in these difficult circumstances, in these barriers, these layers of friction, that the players are forced to rise to the occasion, break through, surpass your limits, become
Everyone needs
better,
to rise and get harder.
Become better. Become a better player than you were last patch to make up for it. Become a better person than you were last patch. Okay? It's okay. We're all gonna be okay. It's fine. Brilliant. Crag is still the best character in the game. It's okay. I get it. I understand. But I just like, that needs to be said. And also, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this without saying, like, yes, these people need to get lives, but I've seen so many more people being like, wow, these stupid fuckers need to get lives and get it's like, please, can we have some empathy? Can we have some, these are our friends, these are our neighbors. Just say it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We don't have to take the high ground about this.
Maybe
you can if you
walk
want.
With them.
We've all been there. Take the walk with them. It's great. We're all gonna be okay together. Everyone take a walk. Everyone take a walk. That's all there is to it. We can go back to rage baiting now instead of love baiting if you want. we
got a little mix in there. Just a little mix.
Little bit.
You ended it with the love bait though.
Way too early tier list.
Way too early tier list. Parentheses.
Tiers
correct.
List. Yes.
Tiers list.
No, keep it, please.
Tiers list. Okay. Let's do this. I don't want to spend a crazy amount of time on this, because we've spent an hour 40 minutes and we haven't even talked about the events that it went on, but we're not going to talk about those for too long. Okay. So
get rid of the bottom two tiers. I'm not interested. There's no C tier.
I'm gonna leave them there as a point of contrast, that there will be nobody there.
Okay, I like it.
So
what are we gonna name them? S tier.
I always think about this in the context of whether or not I would nerf or buff the character. And S tier is the characters that I would, but I would nerf.
I think that's too. No, I don't think that makes sense, because some characters are good and I wouldn't nerf them.
Okay.
Some characters are fine.
I see.
Yeah. But I think we can go in terms of meta. First of all, way too early. I think Fleet is number one. And I know you feel the same. I know it. I know in your heart of hearts you agree with me. No. No, don't back up like that. No, Fleet. No, we both know Fleet is number one.
Is Fleet number one?
Fleet has had some changes that have gone under the radar. And her matchups, her already even or winning matchups on the best characters in the game have gotten even easier.
But they're not the best characters anymore.
No, dude, they're still, they are.
Olympia, maybe.
Olympia's still good.
No.
Crag, probably not.
I want to.
She only loses to Absa.
That is not true.
That is true.
She loses to Maple.
No, dude.
I am certain of it.
No. Maybe.
I'm so certain she loses to Maple.
Maple's more niche than Absa at this point. So she might as well only lose to Absa. She might as well only lose to Absa.
She also loses. I think she also loses to Zetter. Maybe.
No, dude. No. The edge guards on Zetter are so heinously free, and he just got more comboable. As well as they nerfed a bunch of his aerial combos, which Fleet is going to benefit from.
Has the on stage advantage? I don't know. I'm inclined to put her up there. I don't know if she's number 1, but then maybe
Then who is? You tricky trickster. I think Clarence number 2. I think she is.
Wow.
This is what I think.
I mean, I think she's up there. I still think Zetter's really good as well. But Claren was largely untouched this patch. Has gotten a bunch of nerfs, but maintains her really insane combo game. Still very, very fast. And has really good kill power. But Fleet 1.
I like, where is she losing? On stage to Zetterburn? Everyone loses on stage to Zetterburn, which is why he's number 3.
I like that.
No, I don't. That was troll. Don't. No, Olympia's number 3. Olympia's for sure. Yeah. Olympia's better than. Is Olympia number 1?
I think Olympia. If we put Olympia at number 1, that's boring. I think.
No, I don't think it's boring because she just got like quote unquote heavily nerfed. So I think it's like exciting to still have her number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to. Can we go to the bottom for just a sec?
Sure.
Because I'm not sure.
Let's take a trip. Let's cleanse the palate.
Let's take a trip.
Raster
or Loxodon
for sure. Raster. They're bottom 2.
They're bottom 2 for sure.
Is anyone else in that tier with them?
I don't know anymore. I think Lorena might be proper.
I would
good
put
now.
Lorena at the top of that tier. I don't think she's proper good.
Right, and I think we actually agree.
Yeah,
but it might. I'd put Lorena maybe just like a bit below. I know.
I'm up on Rano right now. Is the thing.
That's valid.
I think in terms of badness, I think Edelus is next.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Sorry. For real. It's hard. It's a hard spot to put any character in, okay? Let's acknowledge that first.
Yeah.
But Edelus... okay, no, this is Claren bias. I'm definitely a Claren player right now.
Yeah.
Talking about Edelus being bad.
I think he's still got such a good... He's still got such a good punish game. They nerfed him a little bit in that last big patch, but he's still got good punish. He's still got those annoying ass fair neutral tools.
Yeah,
he still kills so good. His recovery's really bad, but takes a while. Yeah.
No. But I think he's A.
Yeah, A
for sure.
I think. Weren't you like really high on Arcane before or something?
I was, but I'm definitely not anymore.
Yeah, I would put him below Edelus.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay. How do we feel about New Crag? I think so we kind of touched on it, but his losing matchups became a lot more losing.
Yes.
He can still kill you, but he's now got an offstage that matters.
He's so weird. He's more like a glass cannon now. I think he is going to struggle at a top level specifically, like way more than like at a higher level.
I think he's pretty comparable to an Daedalus, but I think I just rate his combo game and killing abilities.
I think
higher.
He's probably top of A.
I would do that as well. Yeah.
God, but it's so fucked up what he'd be doing to you though.
It's fucked up, but now you can
fucked up.
Really make his life difficult.
Yeah, he's either top of A or bottom of S. I mean, but to that point, you can do that with Zetterburn too. No, Zetterburn is so fragile.
I don't necessarily agree. I think he gets where Crag lost his ability to just scale the side of a wall easily. Zetterburn's up B still has crazy height, so if he gets to the wall, you have to work hard to stop him from being able to just wall tech up B and make it back. Swatting him out, like coming out of a down B or something, is definitely possible, but oftentimes, I guess it depends on the stage. But when he's going high enough, when he has enough height to down B again, he's got decent opportunity. I see what you mean.
No, but I think he's so weak off stage. Like, so I think he has one of the worst recoveries.
Maybe I don't rate it that low personally,
which is crazy because you play Maple. Like, just hit that guy. He does have
enough mix up in what he wants to do that it. Man, I
think
Claren has a worse recovery.
I kind of don't think so anymore. I've learned a lot more about Claren recovery in my training.
You have been throwing out those neutral bees more.
It's like she has a lot of stuff she can do. Because her sword is big and disjointed, and she has like side B and it's detect the wall and bullshit and shit like that, and different up B spacings and up B. Her up B knocks down at 0. It's forced knockdown because it's set knockback.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Zetterburn explodes off stage, perhaps more than Crag will. Perhaps.
Maybe more than Crag will. Because I also don't think Crag's is terrible. We've been like reacting to it, comparing it to what it was before.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's awful.
I think Zetter should still be. I think Zetter and Crag should be up there. I think we want to have, because I'm just thinking because if you're gonna put Zetterburn in A, then you need to put Claren in A as well. IMO, and I think having Ollie Fleet in S tier is stupid. So I'm not like talking about like balance. I'm just talking in terms of like how we want our tier list to be structured and look. I think we should have these 5 in S tier.
What about these 6?
He's pretty good, bro.
He's really good.
I think he's top of A. I think he's what
his
we
combo
think Crag
game is so good.
Or was,
yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think he might be better than current Crag.
It's hard
might
to
be
say.
Reactionary Andy, but
I don't think so. No, he's definitely not. He's definitely not. I've played both. He's definitely not.
God,
maybe not definitely, but I don't think.
I don't have the wherewithal to debate you right now, so I'm just kind of letting you have your way with this tier list.
I also played the patch. No, I want to change things, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like, I'd be putting in more resistance were we not about to an hour 2, and I worked a full day and haven't played the patch.
I didn't. I played video games for work today.
Okay.
These last 4 are hard to rank.
Yeah, I think Maple
fell off. It's okay to admit.
Dude, I think Maple's really good at everything. She just doesn't do that much damage. And a lot of characters do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And that matters. It's like feels kind of reductive. But I feel like I've hit it, like gone through a bell curve.
No, I agree 100%.
She's got great edge guarding.
Really
annoying in neutral. She's got a good punish, but again, not that much damage. And she's got extraordinarily reliable kill confirms.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get them to a high enough percent where they're true, but that can take a little bit more work than it can with like a Zetter or a Crag or even kind of a Galvin. But also we just don't see good Maple that often.
Dude, she's criminally underplayed. Her strengths are really strong. But I agree with you. She gets out damaged. Sure, it results in her needing to go for rinse and repeat edge guards a lot, which she is really good at. But like naturally, the more you go for, the more you're giving
and she can
your
also
the chance.
I think she can find those kills through the rinse and repeats, like not even through the rinse and repeats, but like she has fair can be comboed into pretty nicely when like your opponent's like expecting just the normal rinse repeat kind of stuff, which can find some early kills.
She can bleed out characters in that way, but
yeah,
kind of a lot of characters can.
I would put her, I think, top of A.
I would put her below Daedalus.
I would not.
In this metagame, I think Daedalus has better matchups into the top 5 than... Yo, my bad.
Are you a crazy person? Look at the top 5. Look at who we put there. What are you talking about?
I'm resigning my... I thought about it for... No. But Maple
loses to Zetter.
Maple loses to Claren. Maple loses
Probably
to Zetter.
loses to Claren.
Maple...
Daedalus beats Zetter and loses... Maybe beats Olympia and loses to the other 3.
Does he still lose to Crag, though?
That's a tough one.
It might be better. He's good at edge guarding. He's good at edge guarding. That's a tough one. I think that, like, pound for pound, though, I think, like...
I think Maple is better in the matchups that she, like, loses. I think she's more competitive than the matchups that Daedalus loses. And for that, I want to put her above Daedalus.
But no. But what I'm thinking is, like, to that point, in terms of a bracket run, it's far more likely that a Daedalus will have a better bracket than a Maple IMO.
No,
like
Claren's so popular.
She's popular, but I mean, at like a top level, think of Animal be losing, like, Rangunchu eats all the Daedaluses. Okay. Yeah. And then it kind of scales, I think, depending on player skill.
Like Animal beat Landon a bunch of times. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't put Maple below Daedalus.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think it's that great.
Yeah.
It's probably right.
How about Forsburn?
Oh my fucking god. Dude, I hate this character, bro. I hate this Forsburn character, dude. He's so ridiculous. You know what I was saying to you the other day? Do you know how fucking broken of a move Combust has to be for it to be worth holding instead of super cloning, which is fucking, you can wobble people now? I say now as in, like, people have, like, figured out, like, how to genuinely wobble with super clone. It's super clone, like, has its weaknesses, but, like, no. I think he's worse than Galvin. I think he suffers way too much off stage. Yeah.
No, you're right.
But his normals are so good.
His normals are so good. I mean, his recovery has always been his weakest point, and then when there's characters that can really, really abuse that, he struggles so hard. I'm looking at Crag. I'm looking also at Maple and Orcane and Daedalus. We don't see the Maple or Orcane very often, but like those characters can all really bully him. Some characters who like don't have a way into getting a proper edge guard on him makes it look like he's like an insanely broken character. But when they have the tools to abuse him, then he becomes a lot worse. He struggles a lot more. I'm cool with this.
Yeah. I think he's really strong, but I think we're both just kind of high on Galvin at the moment.
Yeah.
To justify his placement.
God, I hate this tier list. We've talked a lot about Absa.
Yeah. Abs is probably better than Orcane for sure.
Yep.
And I could see her anywhere, like in this tier, pretty much.
I
between
agree.
Galvin and Orcane.
I think she's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Should we appease the Absas and what would make them happier? Making her low so they're validated, or making her high?
Oh god, it'd be so funny to put her up here.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Froggo.
Wait, that looks so. Put her below Forceburn. Put her below Forceburn. That's good. That's good.
I don't know. Ant literally beat Cake, so
come on, bro.
No. Okay, Rano is good, but man, like there.
I think he's better than Maple though. I think he can. I think Maple can kill, or Rano can kill and has better. Maybe I'm too high on Rano.
I think you might be. I think they're pretty comparable in where they are. I've long thought Maple was broken, and they keep nerfing her, and I'm like, I feel like at this point, I'm just trying to convince myself that she's not broken.
Maple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she still has to be.
Wait, I think Rano is below Maple.
I'm cool with that.
I'd probably put there. And then the only other change I would make is I would switch Fleet and Clarin.
Great.
Now what do you feel like looking at this? I think this is great. Genuinely, I think this is great.
Swapping actually Fleet and Clarin makes a big difference for me.
Yeah.
You said fucking number 1 to start this segment. By the way,
I think the top 3 all have an argument for number 1.
I could see that. I could see that. I don't know if I'd have Crag S tier. I think I'd have Crag in A. I think Crag's worse than Galvin.
Dude, there's just no way. Nah, I was still getting cargo throwed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that on stage hasn't changed literally at all.
No, it hasn't. You're right. Yeah, I'm cool with this.
He might get worse depending on the meta, depending on who.
This. Should we move Absa?
No, Absa's yeah, this is good. Yeah.
Okay, great.
But now Maple's too high, no?
She does feel no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, I think this is great. I think this is our best tier list ever.
I think we've made the correctest tier list. Dude, wait, hang on. Lorena might be a little low.
I was thinking of switching Orcane and Lorena, but
I would be super down for that.
I just don't think it's true. I think Lorena still loses in the same ways she did before. Which is
but I think genuinely the chair down B change makes her just gives her so much more to work with.
So much more
to work with.
So
maybe
much
that's
more.
Her weakest part of her game. I think she should be a tier above. Oh, should she? Yeah. I would do this.
You would switch them? You would do that.
I would do this.
I like that. I'm down for that. I like that a lot.
Love it. We did it. This is our best tier list yet.
Wow.
Great.
Download image. Incredible. I just think I'm thinking about Lorena more because she did get buffed really, really well, but she's going to lose. I genuinely think the biggest change is still the up throw, down throw 50-50. Yeah. I think she'll be able to get kills more as a result of that and be put in better positions as a result of that. But I think she's going to lose in the same exact way, which is like to characters that are faster than her, which is most of them, and characters that can just kind of swat her away from the wall. I think she'll super lose to those still. And she's like heavy and like slightly floaty, like she gets fucked up when she gets hit. So I don't think I don't think her results are going to improve that much at all.
I think you're wrong, and you will be proven wrong very swiftly.
Okay.
So here's the thing, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't have a Be Right Back scene in the new collection.
Okay.
We've got a couple things that I've decided to combine into one topic because we don't have too much to say about any of them. Yeah. And then we got the gatherings and we got the metal. Yeah. How long do you think we're going to spend on the rest of this episode?
Dude, I have nothing to say about any tournament that's happened. I will literally not say a word.
Okay. All right. I know you have stuff to say about Arrival. We've talked about Arrival.
Really? What the fuck was over? Was that when Nalax
Lorena? Yes.
I did write notes for that actually.
Yeah, same, man. So Arrival 4, a Rivals first event. I think previously it was just Rivals. They had Melee this time around, but Dia came back from a trip over to Genesis, won the whole thing, did not drop a set, beat Generog in the grand finals. It wasn't that good. It was kind of scrappy, kind of back and forth.
Yeah, in the
grands until game 5, and then she was like, I'm just gonna close this out. And I think it was a 2-stock. Yeah, 2-stock to close things out. Another pretty comfortable performance from Dia. Generog made a very nice run of things. I don't remember what he was seeded. I think it was 3, maybe below Nalax. He might have been 2. But Nalax has played a number of characters in his career in Rivals.
Yes,
he's played the Olympia had his best results. Then he played some Galvin, I think some Edelus, went Forsburn a couple times, and this entire tournament went La Reina. Yeah, and you said this was the best La Reina performance we've had.
I think he's the best. Yeah, pretty easily. I think he's the best La Reina.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm inclined to agree. We haven't gotten to see a ton of it in North America. Yeah. Beastly pulled it out a couple times.
I can't be talking about Beastly when we're talking about the Lorena.
No, because he was the Lorena I was the most impressed with when he did play it.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Nalax wasn't utilizing chair all too much, which I think was like the most notable thing, but he was playing around our normals very, very well and finding the kills off stage very well.
Here's the big thing, though, and I know we were talking about this when the event was ongoing. I think that pretty much everyone, especially Zenati, were not playing the matchup very well.
Don't get me started on Zenati.
I think pretty much everyone was just running into La Reina, and I think that Nalax was able to find a lot of success walling with calling out the dash in with a down tilt and getting a hit off of that, or even just fairing in place is something that he liked to do a lot. And so I think he found way too much mileage off of just neutral wins from engagements that I don't really think should have happened at all. So I don't know. That's just something I noticed. I don't think anyone played particularly well against the Lorena, but she's new. She's niche. She can be hard to play against.
I think probably the only person who did was Dia in their winners final set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see game plans develop more against and as La Reina as things goes on. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for Arrival 4. Other than I like this event a lot.
It was a good event.
Great vibes in the Red Bull Arena in London. I want to see if they do a shot of the crowd and stuff, but it's like this. They play up here, and there's just a big circle of seats around with the commentators there, just within the crowd.
I wanted to shout out production. Cool having the commentators just in the crowd is really cool. It's really, really cool, and it must be hard to pull off. They're just on a couch on chairs, just chilling, front row in the audience, and I think that is not only impressive from a technical standpoint, but does a lot for the vibes. I think it's cool. There's definitely parts where they show a wide shot.
Yeah, I feel like when after the set ended, they did. Maybe not. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
The comms right there. Everyone gathered around. Got some setups.
Everyone's chilling.
Red Bull. What is it? The Red Bull Gaming Sphere. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a cool venue. And I I'm a big fan of this event in general.
I love Arrival. Shout out Rivals. Keep grinding.
Shouts out. Okay, then we had Rushdown in Pittsburgh, which had some decent interregional play. We got Cake Assault, who's like MTVA at this point. Cheesy, Hampolo, and Geck came from Tri-State. We got the Prince of Delaware coming out. Mooney as well, Tri-State. In a so the quality of this event was pretty good, but Cake won the whole thing and went 3 different characters in grand finals. Oh, 4 different characters.
Wait, I didn't know you could both be default skin on offline. How?
That's I didn't know either.
I thought that wasn't.
I'm back. Hello. Where did I leave off?
Crag was.
It was. He cragged it. It was fine.
Cool. I have nothing
I was just saying he got a little silly at the end, but overall the event was cool, and I just wanted to shout it out. It was good vibes. The players were coming like on and off comms. It was a good watch.
Cool.
And then the last thing was the monthly of Aether number 15. Oops. Was won by none other than Viviana, one of my favorite players to watch at this point. Not the most stacked. We had Sophie going endless for the bracket, got a hot 5th place.
Yeah.
Which is Fire GD. But it was Viviana to close it all out. These two have played a bunch. They play in the Into the Abyss. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, Viviana, she's got it in the bag.
Cool. Yeah, I got farmed at that event. I didn't watch that event because I got farmed so hard in the first round. I literally rage. I went for a walk for the whole day. Yeah.
All right. And oops, I combined those. Let's go to my gatherings and get our way out of here. Oops, we got Riptide announced for this September 11th.
Oh yeah,
through the 13th. No Rivals won this time around, which people have been talking about. It's been historically a very popular event for Rivals 1, notable for having the Cake Assault arm dislocation pop off in 2022.
Yeah.
But this was my favorite event last year for sure. I'm trying to think no, it was definitely. I think this was the best Rivals event we had.
This was the best event to go to, straight up. Yeah, you got to go to this shit, bro. This tournament is awesome. The venue is sick. The players are sick. You can poke your head into the Splatoon room if you want. It's like it's like you're on Mars. It's crazy. It's the water park is cool. The location is cool. The venue it's in, like I liked a lot of the food. I liked the area. It's this, we consider this like a must go.
I think this is if you're Midwest or East Coast, you should come to Riptide.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you should come to Riptide if you can swing it. The timing's a little awkward. It's like start of like school year and stuff.
Yeah,
but
a little tough.
I think you should try to make it happen if you can. The only complaint last year that I remember was that like all the monitors were like just capped at 60 FPS.
But they're good for it this year. Don't worry.
Tough.
Don't worry, they're good for it.
I believe. We got a couple clips. We got Elkies with the yo-yo. Classic. Seen a number of that at this point. Oh, thank you very much. We got some cool logos done by Pokasokas. For all sorts of different characters. I really like how a lot of these look.
Yeah, they're
styling
really cool.
The characters very, very well. Rushdown photo album, which has some like really, really like, come on.
Yeah, that's a goated photo. That's a really
fantastic sick
photo. That's dope.
And then we got Switch has been cooking with the Galvin. I think there was the second clip in this that I remember.
No jump.
But he's been posting a lot. He's been really loving playing Galvin.
Yeah.
and it's been awesome to see him cooking with the character.
Show me.
Was it this one?
Oh Lord, that is good.
That you got 3 minutes of clip
good.
years.
That's gross. Yeah.
And what's the last one? Oh, I think I skipped one. But there was a little bug where if you went into Rondo's bubble after he had died in like doubles, you just get stanced up, and they figured out how to make it happen. And yeah,
dude, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Oh my god! Hell no!
I love it. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I think.
dope. Yeah,
this
they
is
like push him around.
Wait, move out the way so I can take a picture. Get over.
Oh, fascinating.
What else do they do? Lorena just goes hollow. And then there's actually one more bonus one that I didn't do. Was just two things actually. They updated the workshop like creator guide. The documents that go through a bunch of the stuff worth checking out, and then some updates to workshop DK. I think they added ledge and get up attack. Working on a couple more. And that does it for the gatherings. Which brings us, as it always does, to Mender's Medal.
Do you have any suggestions, dude?
You could give it to
I got nothing.
Finally nerfing Crag. What
gotta
happened?
give it to Trevor's kid for growing up enough so that they could nerf Crag.
Yeah. What else happened though?
Dude, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. There was someone.
Nothing happened.
Who'd you give it to last time?
I don't know.
Beastly? You gave it to Beastly.
I gave it to Beastly.
There was one episode where it was like you could have given it to this person, but you had a good reason to give it to somebody else. But I don't remember. You could have given it to the Waffle Man when he beat you, but you didn't do that. You gave it to somebody else.
No, fuck that guy.
No.
I'm kidding. You know, genuinely, I want to give it to, I don't know their name. The New England PR.
Yes,
designer.
Great fucking shout.
Dude.
Fantastic shout.
Fucking peak. Fucking the gold standard of PR graphics is what we are blessed with in New England. It is like, it's so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
I love
the graphics.
Yeah, please.
How do you say the name? Cheesy? Chzii. Is how you pronounce it. Let me pull up. I don't know if I could find the old PR.
No, just the new one's fine. Because it looks so good.
I bet I could find the old one too. Maybe not.
You don't need to. Just pull up the.
No, I could just pull up the new one. Yeah, it's so fantastic. This art is unbelievable.
It's so fun, dude. It's better when you know the people.
Yeah, it is.
But like, it's so fun. The security Crags at 6 and 7. I fucking love those guys. I like that the honorable mentions are being like bounced out, like they're being kept out. That is so fun. The top 5 performing. Just the characters are so stylized and look great. Oh, it's good. We're lucky.
It's so beautiful. The old one was like the one for the summer was like a skate park.
Yeah,
which is also really good. But this one, it's fucking beautiful. Yeah, great find on that medal.
Yeah, it makes me really happy to have stuff like that for our region. It makes me very happy and very grateful.
All right. Well, we talked for over 2 hours.
As we tend to do.
I
talked about ABSA for way too long.
I talked about ABSA for a while. I zoned out.
I know, bro. I know. It's okay. I got shit to say. It's important. Everything matters.
In case you missed it, we'll be posting a community post. We started at the start of the episode. We're doing a community power rankings for the entire season of R2CS in North America. I posted the link for you, but I don't want to get it right now. So sorry.
Okay, I'll post the link for you.
So fill that out. We're going to go over that on the next episode of the DashBack on Wednesday the 18th.
Yep.
where we're also going to be previewing Super Fusion.
Yep.
First major we'll have in a
We're gonna
little
talk about
bit.
CT GamerCon too.
We'll talk about CT GamerCon, which we're going to be commentating top 8 of
We're
that.
commentating top 8.
So
very
tune
excited.
into that. I think it's gonna be in the House of 3000 Twitch stream, if I'm not mistaken.
It will be.
And
it's gonna be sick.
With that said, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Maybe we had another video coming in the meanwhile.
Probably not though. Don't get your hopes up.
Probably not. Come on, it's us. All right. Bye.